There's a real problem with mental health diagnoses in this country. And the problem isn't really about the diagnoses itself. Diagnoses are not perfect. In fact, they change over time. We use the DSM manual, which identifies mental health disorders. And we're on the 5th version of the DSM. And within the manual, it describes a mental health disorder and talks about the criteria and symptoms that people must have to qualify for the diagnoses. And with each one of these, there's also a function of time. You have to have had these symptoms over a period of time at a level of intensity. It's not just that someone feels down today, so they're depressed, or someone feels worried today, so they're anxious. There are several criteria that go into giving the diagnoses. Diagnoses themselves aren't perfect and they change over time. Even when we moved to the DSM-4 to the DSM-5, we went from 297 diagnoses to 237. Certain diagnoses disappeared. Those people didn't get better or stop having these symptoms. It was just reclassified. And the purpose of a diagnosis is to be able to, when we can understand that someone fits these criteria, there's been treatments that have been developed over time that tend to be more effective and evidence-based with that type of diagnoses. The same with medications. The problem, I believe, lies in that, number one, when people do receive a diagnosis in the world of managed care with insurance in our country, many people are diagnosed within 15 minutes to an hour. And people are poor historians and we're not looking at their whole life. The other thing is people diagnose themselves. I see this all the time. People are saying they've got anxiety, they've got depression, when they may have the symptoms of those disorders, but have not had it for a period of time and at an intensity that requires the intervention that the diagnosis calls for. They may need intervention, but potentially something else. And why is this important also is because the lion's share of like antidepressants and some other psychotropic drugs in the United States are given by primary care providers who aren't actually trained to understand diagnoses. Am I saying the manual is perfect or a diagnosis is perfect? No, but it does give us a good starting point to help understand someone when we can look at them holistically over a period of time. If you feel like you have symptoms of a disorder, really track them, seek out a trained professional and spend some time with it. And a diagnosis isn't a death sentence. It doesn't have to put you in a box. Many of these things can be treated over time or they change as we go through different life stages. A diagnosis is not an identity, it's a tool. We should use it that way.